Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm, of course, Samus. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons Online like we do most days here that end in Y. Not every day, but most days that end in Y. And if you haven't joined us, like you didn't join us late last night, etc., when we took level 12, we are a level 12 pure alchemist. It is our first run through as a pure casting alchemist, and I have to say, I got my skirt blown up a little bit last night. Yeah, pretty crazy. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these Highlands really fast. I did not expect kind of what I got. Seems a little over the top good. That's okay. We'll figure it out. I think I made the title of the show, Don't Let My Deaths Fool You. And the reason why is because it is such a crazy power bump. I knew it was going to be big. I knew there was going to be a lot, but I did not expect it to be that much of a jump. It is real. It's real. Alright, let's see. We're level 12, so we're starting with the 10s. I actually want to jump to the Sands of the Maneknarin and knock out that one little walk-up first. Well, so why are we running? Let's get on our horsey. Get on our horsey. I'm going to go ahead and pick up these quests out here just to, I don't know, kind of do something while we're waiting for people to start filtering into the stream, I guess. But I'm not going to do the whole desert. There's only really one desert walk up out here. That's level 10. We're going to knock it out, and then we will, I don't know where. There's so many 10s to do. We have Anoraxia's Haven. We have Newcomers and Black and Blue. We have Tempest Spine. Don't think Tempest Spine is going to be a quest that we're going to really succeed in this run. But it's something that we can look at. That might be most of the ones that we want to do here. We only have a dot and a half to get before we can level, so we're pretty much right on track. That's what, 4 or 5 quests that we've talked about right off the top of our head. And we could take a shot at Tempest Spine. The real question is going to be whether or not the Tempest Spine Swordjack actually picks up the bypass for, what is it even called? Oops, stop. This thing. Weakening mixture. And this is the reason why I was so impressed with it last night, because we were screwing around and decided to do 4 skulls, which I don't know how many of you realize this, but when you're soloing, 4 skulls is a lot. And it didn't feel like all that much. So in the event that I decide to go back to, 2 skulls or whatever on Sirlona here, I feel like it's really not going to feel like very much. Up the Mummy Rot. We both picked up the Mummy Rot. That seems fun. Let's just throw this. I don't have Panacea yet. get sticky. Kind of shield block and throw some things here. Yeah, I mean, this just feels ridiculous. Okay, nothing here. There's a dog that direction, but I should think we'll be okay. We do kind of need to get our hands on Quicken pretty soon. I think Quicken will be our next important thing. Hey, good morning, Titan. You're in Texas. Aw, sweet. The land of opportunity. Getting her done. Leaf. Hey, mate. Having a hard time with the crafting quest. I think I used the wrong item on the staff he gave me and I can't get it to reset. I believe if you talk to him, it will... One of the options is you lost the item he gave you. Like, you can just throw it into the trash, I believe. And he will he will give you another item. Don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert at the crafting quest. In fact, the first time I've done it in a long time was this year. Or this hardcore server even. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Looking for a car, so you need to drive back by myself. Well, that's good. It shouldn't be that difficult for you to drive through what's left of Texas and then Oklahoma and then Colorado. Should be okay. You can also rekey the mace for crafting. That's also true. Yeah, Reapers seem to... The Reapers are really like 90% of what's difficult right now on this setting. So I'm glad there's something that feels crazy, but man, I cannot get over the power jump on this build when you add in multi-bile. Just out of this world. Hey, good morning, Mudchook, by the way. Good morning. You have two optional routes, west and then north through New Mexico, or north and west through Kansas. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Either way is going to be a lot of flat. I imagine the New Mexico might be a little bit prettier, but I honestly don't know. I have done the western Kansas into Colorado Drive twice. Both times thought it was kind of slow and boring. However, that's exactly what you want out of a long drive like that, in my opinion, is a lot of boring. Also, I need to show you again how to insert the +2 strength into your red slot on your new sword. So you just take the augment in your inventory. You can do it any place. Put it in your inventory, double click it, and you're going to get this crafting window. You take the item that you want to craft on, make sure it's not locked, drag it into your ingredients bar, and it'll say, do you want to put it in the what slot it's applicable to? Then you hit the go button. I would never put a colorless gem for like a strength into a weapon. You're gonna get in situations where you need to switch weapons, and then your strength is going to be gone. You want to put that in something that's going to be static. In my opinion. If you were gonna put something in a weapon, even if it's just like the minor +1 to damage or plus 1d2 to damage or whatever it is, that would be the most I'd put in a weapon right this minute. Later, you're gonna want to put some other things in your weapons, possibly. So like around Halloween time, they have an event called the Maybar, and you'll want to put. Oh, this is just locked. Okay. You're going to want to put or try to farm up these gems that give ghost touch. Oh, that's kind of sexy, actually. Don't think it's anything good enough that I would wear it on the live server, but... Yeah, so I would go look for some of the plus to damage. The DDO Wiki... You look for augments, and you go down to standard available augments. You can get level 4. You can get 1d2 elemental damage, and that's all I would put in a weapon. You're not going to get much better than that to kind of worry about. I'm a big fan of the moderate fortification, though, in a blue slot. I feel like that's really good. I'm also okay with feather falling in like something like this trinket or this trinket that you can switch around. You can't put it in this battle war medallion, but you can put it in this conduit of the arcane though, because it's got a green slot. But really, a lot of people put spell powers in their red slots as like their backup spell power items. So, like, I could take this Barovian Scepter. It's got a red slot on it. And I could slot Devotion, which is the healing magic school, and probably get a pretty reasonable bump to my spell. So make sure you're on passive. Oops. Shrine up, please. There we go. And in a little bit, we'll read Bard's Song. And we just know that we're gonna have to follow up multi-vial on the Plague Reapers, so we might as well just do it to start with. You already have a cloak with Featherfall. Do they stack? No, but I'm not somebody who wears Featherfall all the time. If you're brand new to DDO, you should probably do that. You should probably continue to wear Featherfall all the time until you kind of get the hang of other aspects of the game. But I'm a person that doesn't Featherfall all the time. Just actually learned about this secret door. I thought there's a thing in here. Oh well. Guess not. No, you only get one feather fall. You don't get even more slowly falling. Yes. Items in your backpack can take... Mostly it's items that you're wearing. But other items can take damage if you die. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that was R4. That felt very quick for this level. Yeah, DDO doesn't handle up particularly well. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab these Explorer points back here. It does fine for where they basically consider the maximum jump value, but anything over that, in my opinion, is not particularly well done. So like the handful of places where you fly, pretty bad. No offense, devs, pretty bad. Well, I wouldn't say never be a dragon to ride, but it's not looking real great right this second. Like, in my opinion, the reason why they haven't gotten... Oh, there you are. Why they haven't been working on vehicle mounts is really beyond me. I'd be working on that hardcore right now. And maybe they are. Okay, so those are the explorers kind of in this area that we're interested in. We have a few more level 10s. Like I said, we have black and blue. We have Reclamation and the Trolls one. Both of those are really, really pretty simple. One? Nope. That's the old one. So I have to decide where we want to go, because we're only going to get... you know what? We could go Reclamation, actually. If we go Reclamation, then we get maximum value out of this last hireling, basically. Yeah, it seems fine. We'll go ahead and reship buff up here, too. I want this gone. Anything about an update? There's a Lamania update coming. We have not gotten the exact date on anything, as far as I know, but that is mostly due to the fact that they had to get this server updates in place before they could put out an update. Will I be playing Baldur's Gate 3? Probably. It depends on its cost, and it depends on when it comes out. So I played the lot of Baldur's Gate 1. Apparently not as much of Baldur's Gate 2 as I thought I did. But I played quite a bit of Baldur's Gate 1. So I will probably be playing a bunch of Baldur's Gate 3. Rip to Wayfinder. Again, I feel like that was it had to be a pretty weird series of events in my opinion. I'm not sure though. But yeah, losing a week, or sorry, a week, losing a month, more than a month, right? Of do not fire off your song. Progress is pretty rough. That being said, the various apology things that they're doing on Wayfinder certainly feels like steps in the right direction to apologize. I think for quite a few people, that's going to be more than a good enough apology. It's going to be for the people out there who gathered up some sort of some raid items or knocked out several lives that are going to feel the crunch. But I recently bought a bunch of stuff for the for the bus. And I have not received July's Twitch check yet. Oh, it came in today. So yeah, we'll probably be picking up Baldur's Gate when it comes out then. I know I mentioned this a lot, but I'm in the process of converting my school bus, my 1995 school bus, into a tiny home that my wife and I will be hopefully moving into full-time next year. We're going to be taking it out hopefully next weekend. Technically this weekend is tomorrow, so. Yeah, but they're also giving out basically a free life, right? You're getting a XP stone that'll basically take you through a life, and then I thought there was something else too. Like, isn't there also one for epics? I don't know for sure. I honestly have not looked in super great detail about some of this stuff. I know that there's quite a few people who normally don't even play on Wayfinder who went over there to kind of screw around and have a good time. That's cool. Have I decided on what race class I want? I have not looked into Baldur's Gate at all. It's literally, I'm going to purchase it based off of nostalgia for the first game. So in the first game, I played through it several times. Usually, because of my preferences, I'm some sort of casting class type thing. recommend watching Wolfheart's videos. I try to watch as many different things as I can. I'm going to be honest, I have not heard of that particular streamer, but I'll probably check out some of the preview stuff. But because I'll likely stream it, I kind of want to have my generally first impressions live for everybody. If I was just playing it for me, it'd be a different story, but another off-topic question. Have I invested in stocks ever? I've invested in stocks a couple different times. I've had a couple of different 401ks over the years, and I've invested in particular companies and particular areas. Generally, I feel like you want to back your stuff up with gold right now. There was early this year, I started preaching that people should probably buy silver. It was at $11 an ounce, I believe. And today it's at $28 an ounce. So if I would have bought silver when I was talking about it, I would have made $17 an ounce. It's pretty good investment had I actually did it. So I'm not a big Tesla fan. I know that a lot of people are. And for good reason. I think that a lot of the work they're doing is pretty good. From what I know about Tesla, so much of their money has come from government contracts and getting things going that they just kind of started building a real profit of late. But there is so much of what was going on came through government contracts, and without taxpayer money, they basically wouldn't exist. And I'm not about supporting that kind of industry. It's kind of similar to like some of the aviation stuff. So much of our aviation industry comes from government contracts when it comes to like military planes and stuff like that. But that in my opinion is a little bit different story. It's not like we're selling Tesla vehicles to the military. It's literally just a massive ton of government contracts keeping that place afloat for years and years and years. Doesn't mean that they haven't turned around and got themselves profitable, but I kind of feel like they should return all the grant money they've received over the years before they start turning things into a bunch of money. Yeah, I'm a person that doesn't think the government should pick winners and losers when it comes to the marketplace. And I realize it's not always a popular opinion, especially for the younger people in this stream. But if the government gave me $1 billion to do something, I'm not going to say I could make it happen, but I certainly would have I would be pretty wealthy. I'm not saying that they're not repaying a bunch of their stuff, but they're still in the negatives for money they've gotten from the government. It's the same reason why I don't really. I'm not a. Like, I'm a Ford person. Has nothing to do with their vehicles, even though my father was a Ford guy for years and years. But it had everything to do with the fact that they didn't take money from the bailout. That was a good lag. So, and people are welcome to have other opinions on that matter, obviously. But I'm not a fan of the government, in particular, picking winners or losers. Yeah, I'm not saying they're doing bad work, like SpaceX. I think that the government basically asking or having a competition to have other people come up with this technology was great. Having business do it is good, but what's going to happen when SpaceX successfully gets a? I mean, first of all, they're basically creating a monopoly, right? But what happens when they get out there and either pull in an asteroid or start mining some of the asteroids out there in the belt? Some of those things are projected at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars in value. Are they going to give that money to the American taxpayers who got them there? Probably not. I think there's always good. It's always a good policy to take a look at your options and experiment it. And I'm not gonna. And again, I'm not saying that what they did is bad or anything. I'm just. There's a reason why Tesla in particular, I feel like does not have my back. I also feel like we have this class of celebrity CEOs. If they kind of do and say things that we agree with or hate. So like a lot of people, they take a dump on like Bezos. And Bezos and I do not agree on a lot of policies. Okay, so don't think it's like, oh, you're just you just are a Bezos lover because he constantly is attacking Trump or because he owns basically the most left-wing newspaper and media outlet in the United States, stuff like that. I like that Bezos essentially was a self-made individual. He came up with a good idea, worked on his own. Well, he and his wife like put all this stuff together. They've made a product that makes so many people happy, especially like in this pandemic with all the lockdowns and everything. So like I'm a much bigger fan of, say, Bezos than I am Musk, even though I feel like the work that Musk has done long term might be better for the history of mankind. But you create a amazing service and essentially reinvent customer service like they have done with Amazon. I feel like that deserves a little bit of credit. But a lot of people don't like Bezos because he's got too much money. Like you said, everyone has their own opinion. You can respect that he has worked hard, and I'm not 100% against him. Well, I have a political channel in my Discord, and there's several individuals that are not. They don't feel that way, including some of my friends. A lot of my friends actually think that he has earned too much money, and that that should go up for the public good. And I feel like his money isn't going in the public good where it's at, because he's building more companies, he's investing in things. And on the greedy side, he has, I mean, obviously he's put out, Amazon bought Twitch, and the funds coming in from Twitch are, in my opinion, much better than they were previously. But even if you take that stuff out, like, again, on the greedy note, he has really been opening up the entertainment industry for more and more people. I wouldn't say that. I think I don't again, I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on a political conversation on the morning stream, but Titan, I feel like it's easy to I think we just got murdered. Folks. Let's see if we can get out of this. Oh, get in the water. Nope. I think that it's easy to vilify people that have some amount of success and have an idea that if I had the same advantages you had, I would get there, which is part of the reasons I like Bezos, right? His advantages are my advantages. We could have done the same thing had I had the same idea. In fact, through high school, I was constantly telling Tobrell about my two ideas that kind of chained together from one idea. But I kept, web development and the internet was kind of starting to get up on its feet. And I'm like, what would be amazing, absolutely the best, would be if you could go online and get fast food restaurants and other restaurants, order food, and then somebody would deliver that stuff to your house, even if that restaurant doesn't have delivery. And you'd pay a little bit extra, but they would just bring it to your house. I literally described DoorDash, Uber Eats, blah blah blah, whatever you want to call it, over and over and over again. I also talked about online grocery store ordering. I was like, wouldn't it be amazing if you could order your groceries online, and then they would then they'd keep track of what you ordered and make suggestions for you. They would automatically be like, hey, it's been you know, it's been 2 weeks. You normally order milk every 2 weeks. Would you like to put in an order for, you know, including this list of things that you typically redo every so often? Grubhub, that's another name for, like, there's so many of those different places, right? And all through high school. So this was 24 years ago. I basically described these services, but I didn't know where to go. Like, I didn't have enough care to really do anything about it. Right? But had I started Grubhub or Uber Eats or whatever, I had that idea. I had that idea 25 years ago. I didn't deliver. Good morning, Smash. I wanted to start a company that had good-looking women mow your lawn in bikinis and served you drinks while you watched it. I mean, it's not too late. Those are more of like a city-by-city type service. Well, restaurants are not succeeding right now. There is a couple of articles actually, about why restaurants are starting to go under, as they like to call them, and it has a lot to do with the food not being particularly good, and the last couple of generations, why appreciating the female form, and like massive spikes in pornography and stuff like that, but not wanting to justify them like at a restaurant or something like that. They'd rather go to a like a Just for Fans and send them money. But the same girls that would have not a year ago, 10 years ago, would have worked at a Hooters instead. Got to make sure that our bard doesn't jump in here and give us the wrong song. Looks like I should have not left her on attack mode, so we're not going to get our bard song. As usual, poor mistakes were made. Well, that's the classification. Like, I didn't make up restaurants. There was a amazing, I don't remember what it's called, but there was an amazing little pub in Indy that we used to go to at Gen Con, and they did kilts, but they had like great bar food. Like it was legitimately good food. Dr. Ben actually caught a woman who was in the process of passing out, whether it be from heat stroke or substance abuse, that was working there one day that we happened to be there. It was pretty sensational. Regimental kilt. No, I feel like it had some sort of weird name. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I think we did one of the DDO parties there, and like I said, the Defense Guild met there a couple of times. And then we tried to eat there one day, and like I said, we ran into that incident with Ben. Ended up helping out the waitress, because he was on the observation plan. I don't know if he was observing this waitress really tightly or not, but she was in the middle of on the early signs of blacking out. he caught it and kind of headed that direction, while the rest of us were standing around. Basically, caught this woman in his hands. Informed everybody that he was in medical school and blah blah blah. And oh man, we were like set up for free drinks, and he's like, "I'm embarrassed. Can we go someplace else now?" I'm a little wanker. More of a schoolgirl theme. Yeah, it was kind of like schoolgirly. So there was very short kilts. Some sort of, they like played bagpipe music, and the guys did it also wore the kilts. They were not as short, I guess, in the front, but there's a fine line between watching and stalking. Yes, that is fair. But yeah, if you're interested, you can, I believe you can Google like failure of restaurants, and there's several articles that actually kind of talk about it. Like I said, there's a lot of factors. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of it boils down to the availability of adult content on the internet. Alright, we got an iron key and I believe a silver key, so I think we have both keys. That's why we continue to check. We've actually, the last handful of runs, I feel like, have had situations like this where we've had both keys on one side. Oh, no, I honestly don't remember, but I'm assuming that they were wearing some sort of bloomer underneath their kilt. I mean, it was basically like cheerleading outfits, except probably shorter. Oh, demonetized? I mean, on Twitch, that's not a problem. On YouTube, I'm not monetized yet anyway, so getting monetized on YouTube is apparently going to be quite the chore. I met all the requirements and applied in and sent in an application to become monetized on YouTube, and then I sat in the queue for 3 months. And when the 3 months were over, they denied me, or they changed the requirements, and then they denied me. I was in that batch of people waiting to get in the monetization. Had I applied, like, I think 3 months or whatever beforehand, I would have qualified. If you'd like to help the stream out financially, I always like to point people to the Patreon page, patreon.com/Samus. Even $1 a month doesn't sound like a whole lot to a lot of people, but it all adds up on this end into a very generous assistance for putting out this content every month. So. And of course, if you happen to be like Jeff Bezos rich, and you'd like to make a bigger donation, said Patreon's got a couple of different tiers set up. You can also message me directly, and I'll be happy to help you figure out the best way to support the stream, if you would like. But of course, you can support the stream for free just by being here. which is amazing. I really appreciate it. Do I have a link? I did, and then I threw it in the not the big group chat. So let me throw it in the big group chat. There you go, bud. I threw it in the Twitch chat, so it should have popped up on the screen, but you can't click it from there. So Q and more of that goes to you. That's also true. Currently, Patreon allows, or doesn't allow, but Patreon takes 5% of your donation, and passes the other 95% on to your supporter. Supportee? I know how you put it. The content creator that you like to support. We'll just go with that. I don't know how much longer Patreon's going to be around. I have the feeling that they're about to take it in the shorts really hard for doing some stuff that they clearly shouldn't have and yet did. They just lost a couple of lost a pretty important lawsuit, and we'll see if they've recently become open to like 5 or 6 other big top tier lawsuits and probably several other smaller ones, so we'll see how that plays out. Is it linked on my YouTube homepage? I'm not sure, actually. I don't think you're allowed to link that kind of stuff on your YouTube page until... Let me see what I have in my About page. I do not yet. Let me finish this quest and I'll see if I can link it in my About page really quickly. Speaking of apps going out, TikTok. So ha ha ha. I don't know if TikTok's gonna stay gone. I suspect what'll end up happening is some American company is gonna end up picking it up. I know they talked, Microsoft talked about getting it. I think Microsoft is dying to get into the social media game and stay in. I have the feeling that they've tried like 7 different times to get in, right? They tried the new Facebook. They've tried the new Twitter. They tried the new Twitch. They can't seem to get anything to stick, so we'll see if Microsoft... that's part of the theory anyways, that Microsoft might end up trying to buy TikTok. It's not accused of stealing. They've found it. It's not... It's not theoretical. When... There's a few other games out there, like Riot Games, and putting out a bunch of different things that have spying and leeching things. I don't think you should have that kind of stuff anyway, obviously, but you certainly don't want a foreign entity doing it. For sure. Just like the thousands of shaking boob videos. Yeah, I've never... The things that I've seen from TikTok are basically things that people have shared on Twitter. I've never installed TikTok. I've never really fiddled with it that much. I think it's a TikTok video, but there's like a girl just like walking down the road and then out of nowhere stops and starts doing all of the, I think it's Overwatch dances maybe. And it's a completely benign, not sexual video at all. That video is the video I think of when I think of TikTok. I believe it was on TikTok. I could be wrong. But that was absolutely insanely great. Oh, we might get murdered here. Oh, tripped. Alright, let's just go in to get everything murdered as quickly as possible. We'll give up efficiency. Alright, I think we can take a second and heal now. That may not even be the right game that I'm thinking of. I hope it is, though, because... yeah, I wouldn't recognize them either, but I think that's what someone... I think I read that that's where that was from. Okay, so this was a million... no, not a million. 100... let's try putting the words in the right order. 1,017 Reaper experience in 14 minutes. Let's get a tissue sitting over here so we can sneeze into that and not our hand. Gross. But Leaf, if you're still watching over on YouTube, one of the things that we try to do here on this stream is cover pretty much every topic, as long as we do it in a respectful way. So people who... alright, let me see if I can edit this now. So as long as you're... yeah, here we go. So we'll kind of talk about every subject, any subject. I added a link into the About page for you there, Leaf, and everybody else watching on YouTube if you're interested. But I kind of try to go out of my way to allow people to drive the conversation, even if it's in a subject that's a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. But I try to keep certain conversations at certain times of the day. This way we don't get like overly political during the daytime stream one way or the other. We don't talk about certain uncomfortable subjects, again, during the daytime streams. In the After Dark streams or the evening streams, the rules get a little bit lax, so not as strict when it comes to some of that stuff in the evenings. So if you have a subject that you would like to really get into, that is a good time of the day to, like, rule of thumb or whatever you want to call it, to kind of look at. And of course, your other option is to join us on Discord. I'll be happy to put out a Discord link if people are interested. We have numerous different areas in the Discord. You're welcome to go in there. I've had to ban 2 users, I think, from Discord for turning things into direct attacks and trolling for no reason. But other than that, the Discord has been actually very civil when it comes to having discussions about things. Hey, thank you for becoming a patron. I appreciate it. Appreciate it quite a bit. I'll take a look at that, see if I can... I don't have any attachment to Patreon. I know some people have got that working. I have not figured out how to get the stream elements attached to Patreon, so I can't get people can't make fancy noises for you or anything, but I can say thank you when you let me know. Also, Leaf, when the times comes to vote, remind me that you are a Patreon, and that you'll get a bonus vote with your Tier 1 Patreon subscription. Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling, my friend. Like I said, I did link it on the About page. So... I decided to go ahead and run through here. Just to grab this quick experience. Basically with the Explorer Zones. Saw a streamer that had the emotes pop up in the... Yeah, like I said, I know that there's a way to do it. I have just not figured out how to get those tied together yet using any of the tools that I have. Currently, so I need to figure it out. But I'm not gonna lie, I haven't spent a lot to... I'd rather put more time into putting content out there for you guys than figuring out ways to, like, make noises on the screen, you know what I mean? Yeah, Streamlabs currently... Oh wait, this is not... I'm not Streamlabs, I'm Stream Elements. I hate how there's two different ones. I think I'm Stream Elements anyway. Yeah, this is not it. Maybe I am Streamlabs. Yeah, I'm Streamlabs. See, this is the other problem. It's like you have all these tools and you can never get them figured out together here. So, if I were to look at the alerts and setting up a potential alert, Patreon is not one of the ones in here that I can tie. So there must be Stream Elements that you can tie that in there. And I used to have this open all the time, but I feel like it really, really ate processing power. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Oh, it's okay. You don't have to. You can watch however you like to watch, Leafbinder. That's the reason why we do it this way. And if I could get certain things set up consistently, I would even stream in more places. We're just not quite there yet. Need more people to give me $1. Right now, like I said, our primary goal is to just keep growing the channel and just keep putting out content for people. Try to get more diverse to grow our viewer base. I really do need to do a better job of advertising. It's definitely a weakness that I have that I need to work on it. Damn you, gravity! Why? Oh, why are we feather falling? Turn that off. Alright, here's a quest I think we're going to have to walk or step back down from R4. I just don't feel like we can pull off. I don't know these quests that well. And what I do know about them is there's a lot more. The monsters are a lot denser. So we'll just roll it back down to R2 instead of R4. Yeah, I like these quests. I don't know them super well. I've been working on getting them added into the repertoire at level 10 or level 12 here. I am trying. Man, believe it or not, DDO is easier at R2 than R4. So weird. If I could support all 5 of my favorite streams, I'd be a lot happier. Yeah, I understand that. I said I would love to have the kind of income to donate to my favorite DDO streamers. I mean, just to be really honest, you know, I would love to be able to fire off every DDO streamer emote. You know, like I'd like to click over here and just go to town. Currently, I have Nivins. And that's the only DDO streamer I currently have. But it's a matter of I don't have like a way to. My income is not such that I can do that. It does bother me. But I would like to, you know, I enjoy Voodoo's stream. He tends to, we stream at similar times. So it's much more difficult for me to watch him on the regular, although I do like that I can often wake up and start my day and see what's going on. Same thing with like StrimTom. I watched StrimTom do a bunch of Dark Souls last week. Obviously, DDO Dom I find to be pretty good. Nim I find to be pretty good. Talab when he streams feels pretty good. If you're into raiding, Tobrel stream he's not the most interactive streamer, but his content's good when it comes to like learning raids and interacting with things. There's obviously some others that I would have to stop and like process, but you know, right now I certainly do not have the kind of income it would take to make those kind of things happen. So being a retired soldier just doesn't pay much. Yeah, I've heard that. Also, of course, as always, thank you for your service, my friend. As you know, we're very Very pro-military here. You did the thing that I don't want to do, so appreciate it. Like, that's something I wish I could do, for example. Like, I would love to be able to put out a veteran tier. But that's not something you can, you know, with like a discount. But that's not something that I can do, you know. Twitch doesn't have that as an option. I say, you know what? I don't keep my side of the profits and let this person subscribe. That's, again, unfortunately not something I'm allowed to subscribe for like $1 or something, but it's not something I can do. You said you collect silver or wanted to. Have you checked the Catch Our Guitar TV? You can win a gold or silver just by watching his live streams. So far, you've won 2 ounces of silver and a gold nugget. Wow. Yeah, I haven't heard of that before, but that's pretty good. Yeah, the reason I bring up silver in particular was just that at the start of the year, I told my wife, I was like, you know what would be really good if we took and bought $1,000 of silver. And I started kind of going through the motions and making that happen. And instead we invested in the bus, getting some stuff going for the bus. And I'm glad that we did that. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that we are where we are in the bus process. I'd like to be further, but we would have doubled our money had I in less than 6 months, and that would have been pretty cool too. But I certainly feel like election years are always good years to invest in precious metals. Things are either going to skyrocket, or just in general become good depending on who wins the election. Which I will not put my opinions on which way or the other is good, but I will say that historically, if a Democrat gets into the White House, precious metals usually skyrocket the first couple of months. So you can typically make a little bit of money with a little bit of planning there. But it is, you know, legalized gambling. It's your call. Author of Rich Dad Poor Dad says silver is really nice right now. Yeah, silver is in a really good spot. I mean, again, its all-time high is $42 or something like that, and it's currently at 28, which means it's got quite a bit of wiggle room to get to a high. But again, it was $11 at the start of the year. So it's gone quite a ways up. Alright, I think I'm going to knock out this fight and then go back and shrine. Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me. And I don't pretend to be a financial wizard or whatever. Obviously, I stream video games out of my basement, but I do try to do some reading on various subjects and try to put data together in a way that is generally useful. I think silver has increased more than gold compared to price ratio. It depends on the time frames that you're looking at, I guess. Gold right now has gone pretty high. So according to GM Bullion, gold in January was between 1,500 and 1,600. Is that correct? And right now the current gold price is down. It looks, I mean, it's up, but it's had a high of over $2,000 an ounce not very long ago, and it's currently at 1950. Is that correct? Yeah, $1,943 is the current price of gold. So gold going back up is not unbelievable. But yeah, silver I think is currently in a much better spot. You bought Bitcoin at $9,000 and now it's close to $12,000. Yeah, I mean it's all about having a little bit to move into a little bit. Like I said, again, $1,000 in silver at the start of the year would have more than doubled my money currently. Just like if Congress passes this AIDS package, which is what it is, it's an aid package, not a stimulus or a bailout, or I mean, it's kind of a bailout, but basically it's an aid package for people getting forced out of their jobs and whatnot. But if Congress passes something, the day that I know that it's passed, I will order the solar panels, because I suspect that the solar panel prices are gonna skyrocket not long after. Right now you're investing in Vale, which is a mine for nickel. Yeah, I always put my 401k and Roth IRAs into mining companies. Again, you should put as much as you... I feel like you still want to put as much as you can get away with into backed by physical silver or physical metals. For personal use or for stocks? This will be for personal use. I'm going to be putting some solar panels on the roof of the bus. But I think the reason why the solar panel prices will go up is because here in the States we don't allow... Manufacturing of solar panels is very dangerous and pretty terrible. It involves a lot of toxic chemicals and stuff like that. So I have the feeling that between the AIDS package and, of course, the shenanigans going on with China, that solar panel prices are going to go up pretty substantially here in the next few months. And now, all right, we got it. Come on. Come on. There we go. Nice. So the actual solar cells get made in China. The panels themselves will tend to get assembled here in the States. But the cells get made overseas. So, again, I see things like that going up. So if you're interested in investing in some solar for your home, or you just want to do some small amount of off-grid work, pretty soon you want to pull the trigger on that. Have I checked out Energy Pal for best prices with rebates from the government? No, I'm probably going to order for like size to weight ratio. I'm probably going to order either 3 or 4 Renergy 320 watt solar panels. Like I pretty much have panels picked out, because that's will kind of like maximize the wattage per available square inches on the okay, it's clear for the footprint on the top of the bus, and yet still give me room to put a deck on top. So basically the plan is to take like half of the roof, maybe a little more than half of the roof, and put solar panels up, and then the other half of the roof will basically get turned into like a small roof deck. So it'll be something like 5 feet by 12 feet, or that's not right, 8 feet, sorry, about 8 feet by you know what, we're not coming back, right? Yeah, we're not coming back. Just trying to Yeah, roughly 8 feet by 12 feet. The bus is 39 feet long from nose to nose, but, or sorry, 29 feet long from nose to nose, so it's about 20 feet. So if I do four 4-foot panels, it should roughly divide the bus in half. I may have to go slightly smaller on my roof deck, which is fine. If I have to go slightly smaller, we go slightly smaller. Oh, we're just talking about solar panels. I also need to buy at least one more battery for my system, plus a charge controller, plus a bunch of wire. Like, I've got a bunch of stuff on the list that I need to get, but the solar panels are going to cost about $1,000. So, and then once, obviously getting them the cabling and stuff like that, it might go up. So the other part of the reason I'm kind of going with the Renergies is so I'm gonna literally call and talk to somebody when putting my order for that together to make sure I get everything I kind of need to. Oh, I'm glad we dodged that Famine Reaper's neg levels. Kind of make sure that I get everything in one order there. Make sure I get all the proper cabling and connections and make sure that I have everything mentally figured out to wire up so I don't step the voltage up and yada yada yada. So instead of getting on someplace and ordering discount panels, plus, correct me if I'm wrong, Leaf, because I could be, but aren't most of those set up for most of the stuff like rebates on your taxes for on houses stuff? Don't think that they're going to give me quite as good of a discount or a rebate or whatever tax write-off for the equivalent of an RV. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they would. It's like a fly floating around. I'm afraid he's trying to land in my teacup. I feel like I always have one fly in my office. It drives me like I can never get rid of it. There's always one. Actually, well, if it was $300 or $400, you're talking about like almost half price. yeah, assuming that they, again, had the panels that we've been looking at. Not gonna lie, getting the solar panels in is actually something that I'm a little bit worried about. Mostly just because I have not done it before. I think once it's done, it'll be fine. Also, did I see your text about your artwork at DeviantArt? No? Try linking it again. We go to the YouTube management side here also and see if it is possible that YouTube is just automatically blocking certain things. I tell you what I'll do. I'll grab Energy Pal and I'll slam it in my tab here really quick. I dislike YouTube changing the some of the back end stuff here. All right, try relinking that your DeviantArt stuff if you wouldn't mind. 1, 2. Oh, I missed the first one. Let's do it again. Pay attention here. That's what I had the feeling. Try just don't make it a link. So like, don't put in the www part. Just put in the other, the rest of it. The rest of the URL. There we go. Thank you, Brain. Or you may have to leave a comment on a different video. You can also tweet me. I'm at Samus Garobo. Always be sure if you're trying to use like a spell song, trance, or a particular song off your bard to put them back into don't do anything mode. Because otherwise they'll shrine and instantly use the other one. And you only get one, because of the changes to bard, the NPC bards now only have one song per shrine. Alright, if I remember correctly, if I arch this... not at all correctly, alright. Yeah, we may have to do something a little bit different. Give me a minute here. Alright, let's get lucky. Doesn't DeviantArt have a... like the last hat? Nope, not this. Go back. Yeah, so can I search by your username? Can I just search by leaf binder? Is that... if I search by leaf binder, this is what comes up. Is this you? This is... this is like sweet. Stupid. I like this one a lot. People may or may not notice I'm a big Iron Man fan, so I love these colors. You're selling a kitty? Yeah, these are pretty sweet, man. Or woman, whatever. Non-gender specific. Yeah, I really like this one too. Yeah, thanks for sharing this. This is quite impressive. Said I've got this one right here that my brother got for me. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but I actually really love custom art like that. They're very cool. Sure you I don't have an account, but I'll come back and check that out. It's in my history now, so I'm not gonna make a DeviantArt account live on stream. Seems like a bad idea, but I'll try to remember to do that. But But if you guys out there have a DeviantArt accounts, you might check out Leafbinder. Alright, do we want to take a level? I think so. I don't think we're married to doing a black and blue. Which would be the only level 10 quest that I'd be worried about. There's so much experience at level 13 that I think we're in fine shape. No, thank you for sharing, Leafbinder. Like I said, we are people who appreciate art and stuff here for sure. Alright, 2 points there. I guess we just continue to max out diplomacy because we don't have anything else to screw around with yet. I think we want this eventually. I think we want this eventually. We'll just take those two. I don't know which one we're going to be casting yet now, but take a look in a minute. Alright, things that we know we're going to want having handy. So we're going to want our Vile Blasphemy ready to go so we can click to get those SP back. It's possible that we want to have look at this. Yeah, sounds good. I'm always here to help, Leafbinder. You have a good one. Again, thanks for sharing, and also thanks for signing up at patreon.com/Samus. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, Sebastian. Yeah, I feel like it's literally impossible for us to take off these summoner spectacles because they're so much conjuration focus. I just don't see that being a thing we can do. I mean, look at our DC difference between, like, multi-vial, 42, oh, this isn't heightened, that's why. And, like, our theoretical turn to frog, right? Our turn to frog DC would be 35 as opposed to 42, so it's 7 difference. That's insane. Mass Flesh to Gold would be 35 even. I'm gonna try it, I think, just because I would like to try it. But I suspect that we're gonna end up just taking the Greater Stone Skin. We can just keep using GH scrolls. Like, we have plat, so that's not a big deal. So I think we'll take Flash Freeze. Hey, good morning, Thakar. Yeah, I don't see anything here that we really care about. So the only other thing that could potentially be... Oh, here, do we want the pouch of jerky? We might want the pouch of jerky next level. But right now, I don't think we care. But no, we might want the... litany. And we might want Litany specifically because of the 50% spell cost savings. But of course the disadvantage of that is you have to click back and forth, and we're not good at that, right? It sounds like a micromanaging thing that somebody else might be up for. Let's see what our spell point adjustment does here. So for the cost of potentially 10 hit points, we make absolutely no gains in our electric spell power. Okay. So something is giving us this potency. But it would be giving us back our 5% magical efficiency. Oh yeah, it's this. That is something to think about. I don't know if we're actually going to pull that trigger. I feel like we're probably okay. Oh, I should see what level they are. They're 11. You're 13. Well, if you want to join me, you can, but I'm not going to be on too much longer. I'm just going to do some of chain 1. Like a quest or two here. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream because we're going to take a little break and then we're going to come back and jump onto the hardcore server with Dom and those guys. So we're going to have a bonus stream today. And we might just, yeah, we'll probably stream it anyway. But, oh, what am I doing? Oh, we also need to prepare a spell. We did prepare the spell. So this is the problem, like trying to remember everything that we've done. Yeah, let's just fast teleport over there. Yeah, I'm just gonna work on the next tier a little bit here. Do a quest or two and then probably take off round 1. I feel like I'm missing something. Ah, I guess this. Okay. I kind of would like to have this Panacea now. Also would not be opposed to taking this all the way up. I think I'd rather have the Panacea right now. Alright, I think I saw Gore, so yeah, let's go hit Temple Arch. These will probably go back to Reaper 4 just because these at least the easy ones I feel like I know pretty well. The shitty ones, which is like Mad Tea Party, although I suspect Mad Tea Party is still going to be pretty easy. We'll probably just do like on 2 skulls again. We'll see how things go. Oh, ran past the hole we wanted to look at. I always like making sure that the key's not in that room. Oh, found a rat. Okay. So we want to hug this wall. Boop. Is there only one there? I thought there was two there. Hug this wall again. Oh, he might have D-Door. I just ran back. Always forget about the Warlock spell selection. Oh, looks like we are not going to get the key this run through. Not many places left for the key to be hiding. Alright. Boo, no key. Alright, I guess we're gonna go try this. I don't know if this will actually do anything. Or not flash freeze, this one. They're all dead already. Guess we'll find out if, nope. So I guess we'll find out if Gore's got the ability to do anything. I was targeting him with my heal spell that should have hit me, and he moved, and so I didn't get the heal. They're all basically dead. Just go get them. Oh, alright. I'll deal with this then. I'm just gonna get killed anyway when I run out of time up here, so no reason to get crazy. Alright, found a Plague Reaper up top. That's fun. We'll deal with that in a minute. top there is not gonna. Alright, well, we're going to try to cast a healing spell that hits both of us, but Gore's running away pretty good. Alright. Oh, I guess he's back. I hear something. Here's something shooting arrows, but I don't see them. It's alright, we'll be back there in a minute. Alright, switch you back off of attack mode. We're going to get that person, or my bard, shrined up. All sorts of fragments that we didn't get picked up that we probably should have gotten picked up. Shrine here. Here. Yeah, we didn't get those fragments picked up in that other hallway. Much fail on our part, unfortunate. Flies on my arm. Annoying fly. Have to figure out something eventually to get rid of it. That's amusing to me. some of these Gersbane of whatever. So we're just gonna pass it to Gore. Otherwise, we're just gonna eat it. Our Cynthia Gem. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll probably just call it a stream here. Actually, said we're gonna take a little bit of a break. We're probably gonna eat a little early. I've got to get some stuff gathered together, and we're gonna try to go over to the hardcore server. And get as much extra time in on the hardcore server as we can today. Don't think I need a nap. Don't think Dom is on yet. Yeah, he's not. So we're gonna see about getting stuff going as quick as possible, but that means I have to take a little extra time for getting things done. So, all right, everybody, you guys have a wonderful night. Let's see who else is streaming DDO. Nope, not that button. Not that button. Is anybody else streaming DDO? Apocalypse Dom is doing some stuff. That's the only name I even recognize. Everyone else is. Oh wait, no, we rated this John Jones Hell the other day. So lots of DDO streams going on right now. Feel free to check them out. I'm not going to raid anybody because we're going to be back in, like I said, hopefully an hour or so. But keep an eye on what's going on, and we'll hopefully see you guys sooner than later. Everybody, peace, much love, and we'll see you guys soon. Toodles.